Hey everyone, I'm Mind, and I have something very exciting to share with you all today. LEGO has just released our very first teaser for Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 3, so we're gonna get to see a part of the show. Now, I have not watched this yet, which is why I have the face cam. You guys get to see my first reaction to all of this. However, I have seen a little bit from it on Twitter, just because people are posting things, and I'm gonna see that. That's how I knew this came out, because people were posting scenes. So I do already know a couple of things from this trailer that are honestly really exciting, but here's what we're gonna do. I'm pretty sure this is one of their, silent trailers that just has a bunch of clips of the show without dialogue and it plays them all the way through. So I'm gonna watch the thing all the way through first, and then we're gonna go back frame by frame and see if we can notice anything especially interesting. Of course, if you want to watch this for yourself, it's up on LEGO's YouTube channel. I'll also link it in the description. But I guess now, without further ado, let's take a look at new Season 3 teaser alert. Chaos is on the rise. LEGO Ninjago Dragons Rising. Also, I just woke up. I set an alarm because I thought this was coming today, and then I slept through that alarm, so that's why I'm a little late on this too. Alright, oh, okay, we see all the Forbidden 5 now. That's very exciting. That's awesome. Roz, Frak, Frak's back. That's the most exciting thing, is Zane's pod. Okay, the Dragonians do have the faces that look... Ooh, Thunderfang. Yeah, there's a lot we're gonna have to break down here. Dorama's back for some reason. He's so cool. Wow, okay, yep. I knew it was going to be one of these. They do one of these at the beginning of every season where it's 30 seconds and it's a bunch of clips from the show. And when I'm reacting, I don't even know what to say because everything's happening so fast. The moment I see something, it's gone already. So that's why I want to go through frame by frame and actually take a look at what's going on. So first, here's a look at the full lineup of the Forbidden 5. Of course, we had seen everybody except for this guy right here. This should be Kerr. This is our first look at Drix in the show too, and he looks very similar to his minifigure, though his hat actually seems bigger, which is kind of funny. Rox is in the center, which is maybe interesting. I don't think she's the leader of the team, but maybe she is, and I just misinterpreted that from Season 2. We also see Zara in animation here, and Noct was not changed to fit his minifigure better. He still looks how he does in Season 2. But yeah, Kerr's the big one here. Unfortunately, we still can't see his face because it's covered by his hat, but we can see his full design, and he's got these green bandages. Very interesting. I don't know how I feel about him. And he uses the wildfire armor piece in brown, it looks like. And then here, Zarkt is using his elemental power, it looks like. So it's this red energy blast, and it hits this car. And there's a little explosion or something that happens, but we know that Zarkt is the master of misfortune, so if we take a look at what actually happens here, you can see the car sort of bounces, but then when it lands, it looks like it has flat tires now, because the, front bumper hits the ground, and there's shattered glass. So I guess that wasn't a real explosion, that just caused misfortune to happen to this vehicle, and its tires popped and the glass shattered. That's actually really cool. I'm excited to see, how else that's going to be used in the show. Also, looking at this vehicle, one thing immediately sticks out to me. I would not normally expect this to be a set that we get, but it does look like there's actually some LEGO studs on it, right? There's one right here, and I can actually recognize what those pieces are right there. Now, actual LEGO bricks do not appear in Ninjago, ever. Only the characters are actually made out of LEGO, and even the vehicles are designed to look more real and not like they're built out of LEGO. But normally, when something is based off an actual set that exists, you can sort of see the LEGO elements in there. They've just been redesigned to look a little more realistic. This vehicle kind of gives me the same vibes, and again, I don't know why we would get a random truck, but that piece right there does seem to be that's actual LEGO. So I would say there's maybe a 10% chance that this somehow turns into some sort of summer set, but maybe they're just reusing assets from some other vehicles that have been based off LEGO sets, I don't know. Very interesting though, let me know what you guys think of that in the comments. The rest of this looks normal, but this right here is very clearly a LEGO stud designed to look more realistic in the show, and same thing with these parts right here, that is a very specific LEGO piece. We will have to see on that one. Here's a look at Lord Roz. He's still in his Season 2 outfit, but he is pink, not red. Really wish we got pink Roz in sets. That would have been very nice to see. Okay, now this is the thing that is the most exciting part to me. Here we have a look at some of the ninja all together, right? We have Lloyd, we have Sora, we have Ryu, and Frak is here. Frak is a part of the team. That is what I'm getting for this. He has a ninja suit on. Frak is a part of the team now, which is so incredibly exciting. This is what I wanted from Season 2. At the end of Season 2, it sort of implies that he might be joining the team, but it was not 100% confirmed. But this seems to confirm it. He's in a ninja suit hanging out with a ninja. Frak is a part of the ninja team now, which is everything I could possibly want. I do really like the idea of having a non-human on the ninja team, and a Serpentine especially. I mean, the Serpentine have been a part of Ninjago since the beginning. If they're going to do a non-human character, it makes sense that this is their first one. And man, this makes me just really want an official Frak minifigure. I do have a custom one, which is really nice. But yeah, it's a real shame he doesn't come in any January or March sets, because this would be amazing to get. It looks like his outfit is black and green, which is kind of interesting. I would have expected him to stick with orange. Black makes sense as a base color, though, because that's Cole's color, and his element is very similar to Cole's. But I guess now he's the first ninja besides Lloyd to also use green on their suit. Though I guess that does tie into, his eyes and everything. Okay, yeah, there's Lloyd's head up. That's our full team right here. for whatever mission this is. There's Rock. She has also not been redesigned. She looks the same as Season 2 Part 2. She does still have that three-dimensional mask, which we don't know if that's carrying over to the minifigure yet. And I guess this is one of the prismatic blades in the show. It does look very similar to a normal katana, though slightly cooler in the show than it does in the sets. I'm okay with that, though. I think it's a fine translation. Nia's pointing her spear at Rocks as well. And actually, look at what she's holding. She's got, like, this little pyramid, but it looks like Aracor is trapped inside. Look at that. That's his face. I'm excited to see Aracor's coming back in some form, and it's neat that they're taking the somewhat, like, filler arcs from Season 1 and reincorporating them here. I wouldn't call them actual filler, like, I do think those episodes were awesome, but, like, they didn't have relevance in the greater plot of that season. Now they do. But yeah, poor Aracor. It looks like he's been captured by Rocks. I wonder what's going on with that. Also, it looks like time is, like, frozen here, because, look, the fire's still moving, but none of the characters are, and I mean, that might just be a stylistic choice to, like, show the motion in action, or maybe there is some sort of freeze effect still happening. Actually, doesn't that happen in Season 2 Part 2? Don't all the ninja get frozen? That was because of Rocks, right? Rocks froze them in the air. So I would suspect this is probably something similar. Then this is curious. Zane's at, like, another pod very similar to the one we first saw him in during Season 1. And it's opening up. I assume this is going to be where we see Pixel, because we know Pixel's coming back this season. She comes in multiple sets. And if Zane was in one of the pods, Pixel probably is as well, but we might finally learn, like, what the pod was. Why was he there? Because that's a mystery that's been there since the beginning of the series, and we just never found out. This is Lloyd fighting Drix, and Drix has the power of Swarm, so he is just creating a bunch of bugs around him. That's disgusting. Ugh. Okay, and I guess he can, like, become the bugs, because he disappears in there. Also, this prismatic blade looks slightly different. The hilt's a little bit bigger. That's actually a lot cooler. Okay, and he reforms behind him, so it's sort of like smoke, but instead of turning into smoke, you turn into bugs. There's another look at a prismatic blade, but that's the more basic one that we saw earlier. That's not like that cooler hilt that we just saw. Yeah, that's very clearly a different hilt. Here's a look at the Dragonians in the show, and they are pretty one-to-one to their minifigures. I don't see any other Dragonians with the Mohawk piece. That might just be ones that were designed for the sets. That wouldn't shock me. I kind of expected that when we got the sets. It's just like the Wolfmask Warriors. They created a more basic version for the sets, but this is how they're all meant to look in the show. I was curious if the dragon heads were going to be helmets in the show, or if they were going to be the actual heads of the creatures. And it does look like they're helmets here, however, the eyes of the helmets are glowing. But yeah, they still do have the faces underneath. So fairly close to the minifigure designs. Then we got Zark here with some sort of weapon. We do see Zark's face, that's cool. Also, it does look like the ninja are maybe split up into factions, because so far we have only seen Lloyd, Nia, Sora, Ryu, and Frak. It looks like those five are all together. There's been no Kaizen or Cole so far, or Aaron, I guess. But yeah, assuming all this takes place around a similar time, it looks like these five characters are all together. Then we have Thunderfang, which looks awesome in the show. I love his big, bulky chest. And his face absolutely looks really creepy with, like, those giant teeth sticking out of the jaws. This guy's so awesome. I cannot wait to see him in the show. Here we do finally have Zane, but he's fighting Noct. So maybe they split up to go after different prismatic blades and different members of the Forbidden Five. Because the scenes with the other ninja, it looks like they were specifically fighting Rocks. But now Noct is here and Zane is here as well. Is anybody else in this scene? Also, Zane's still in his climber suit, so I guess they're keeping those for a little bit. They're not switching to the new suits just yet. And actually then here we have Kai fighting Drix. Oh, we did see Drix fighting Lloyd as well, so maybe they're not split up for the entire season. Look at those long legs. So I don't know, actually. I'm just trying to theorize about what might be happening. Actually, that shot with Frak at the beginning, Lloyd still is in his climber suit there. But by the battle with Rocks, Nia's in her storm suit instead. Also, it looks like Sora's storm suit is not canon to the show, because yeah, she's still in her Season 1 outfit. That's so disappointing. Zane's in his climber suit in this scene, too. But yeah, that's Lloyd in his storm suit. Oh, actually, you do see both Nia and Kai in the background of this shot. So it may just be like our Dragons Rising main team sticking together, and it's still like Zane and Cole off doing their own thing once again. That'd be a little disappointing. I would like to see them integrate with the team a little bit more now. But obviously we are getting Zane stuff this season, because he does have a lot of focus in the sets and everything. And I guess this might be happening in Imperium. Maybe this is literally where they found Zane. Like, that's going to be the same pod that Zane came from. Because this is one of, like, Rapton's new Imperium soldiers, and of course this is Zane in his climber suit still, but he is fighting Noct. But yeah, Kai and Drix are fighting, as I pointed out. Drix has, like, a shield on his back. That's neat. This, I don't know what's going on here, because it looks like they're back in the desert, back with Xanth, and Dorama's back. Did this happen last season? Isn't this exactly what happened last season? I really don't need to see a Dorama fight again. Like, I like Dorama. I think he's fine. I think his first episode in Dragons Rising Season 1 is awesome. It's a pretty perfect episode, honestly, but bringing him back just feels kind of shoehorned in. I don't need him to come back as a major villain of an episode. As, like, a little cameo appearance on the Crossroads or in Cryptarium Prison, I'd be perfectly okay with that. I don't need another Dorama fight. I hope this is not actually, like, a major part of an episode of the show. Especially because this looks like the same location, same situation. I guess it's Xanth instead of Jiro this time, right? It was Jiro in Season 2. But they were in the desert and the dragon couldn't fly, so they were walking through and they ran into Dorama. I just don't need all that again. Sora's fighting a Dragonian. They do fly around, which is very funny. Some sort of explosion, and here we do see Frak again. This is probably right after that other scene, because Nia and Kai aren't here. So actually, maybe Nia and Kai are off doing their own thing, and they rejoin later. The original group is maybe just these four. I love that Frak's, like, actually going on missions, though. That's awesome. Aaron's gonna be so mad when he comes back and see that Frak joined the team. Oh, they're falling down. Poor guy. Actually, that would make sense, because we do have this vehicle, which we know Kai and Nia are both a part of. Here's the Zane and Noct fight once again. It looks like they're on some sort of truck. There's a better look at Thunderfang. Wow, those wings are so cool with, like, the swirling storm in them. Yeah, and it's, like, actively moving. This guy's awesome. And he shoots, like, this giant beam out of his mouth. There we go, Ninjago Dragons Rising, and the logo's red this time around with, like, these streaks on it. This rules. I am so excited for this season. Also with these, it's always good to check the descriptions, because we might get a little more info. New Ninjago Season 3 teaser alert. With danger lurking around every corner, the stakes have never been higher for the ninja. As they face their toughest challenges yet, the search for powerful secrets intensifies. Get ready for more mystery, epic battles, and unexpected twists as the team attempts to defeat a growing evil. The adventure of a lifetime begins now. The Forbidden Five are back and more dangerous than ever in the brand new Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 3. They're hunting for special weapons to unlock the source of their dark power, the Chaos Dragon. So that would imply that Thunderfang is where they got their power, which would make sense because we know that Thunderfang wanted to be a Source Dragon, but he was rejected. Meanwhile, the ninja are racing to find their missing teammates and stop the villains before it's too late. But we won't spoil everything yet. Stay alert for sneak peeks, thrilling showdowns, and tons of surprises. Season 3 premieres worldwide on April 17th, so there we go. We have a release date, April 17th. That's honestly pretty late for part 1, because we're going to see the part 2 sets, like, shortly after. Though maybe that's good, because, like, we'll see part 1, and then immediately after have teasers for part 2, because we'll have those sets revealed. Tune into the LEGO channel to catch even bigger battles, new villains, and more non-stop excitement. But wait, are you caught up? Okay, and then yeah, it says just, like, go check out other episodes. Hashtag Forbidden 5. Okay, this is awesome, and I believe we also have a poster. Okay, yep, here's the poster, and this rolls, and actually we see some more here than we didn't see before. First off, gotta point out my boy Frak. He is on the poster, on the side of the ninja. He's depicted as a member of the team. He's bigger than Nia on the poster. Oh, that's so exciting. Also, Wildfire wasn't in that trailer at all, and neither was Cole. Maybe they just don't have big parts in the first 2 episodes. But we got some more things here. First off, here's Big Zane in show form, because of course we know what he looks like in the sets. The set has come out. But this is how he's going to look in the show. He does actually have a ninja mask on. It looks like his normal head is underneath everything. But yeah, he's got like this really elaborate armor on top. I cannot wait to see like what this transformation is, why it takes place, and is he going to go back to normal at the end, or is this just going to be who Zane is now? But then on the villain side, we have Angsty Aaron, we have Dark Aaron. Interesting to see him like properly placed with the villains. And then Rogue as well, and they don't even want to show us his identity, even though it's obviously very clear from the sets. But he's just completely covered in shadow, and he's got these red eyes, and he is like front and center, so I guess he is going to be a major part of the season. It's probably not just going to be a one-episode thing the way Dark J was. Roz is, of course, still over here as well, and then we have all the Forbidden Five. Drix is actually the most prominent here, which is kind of interesting, but I'm thinking Rox might be the leader. This actually might have been confirmed in the show, and I'm just forgetting. But she does seem to be getting a lot of the focus. And ooh, actually, we do see Kerr's face here. It's not super high resolution, but it looks like all tattered. He's got like these glowing orange eyes, and his mouth is a very weird shape too. It kind of gives me like Scarecrow vibes. And there's a bunch of Dragonians here, none of which have the mohawk, so I think we can assume those probably don't exist in the show. And I don't know if the little dragonflyers come off their backs in the show either. I think that might be a set exclusive thing. And then, of course, we got the big boy Thunderfang in the middle, so he is, like, the main antagonist of this season. I was already expecting that, but yeah, here we go. This confirms it. He is going to be what they're fighting over. I don't know if he's going to be just a part 1 thing, or if he's going to be this entire season, but this absolutely rules. So yeah, I am so incredibly excited for Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 3. And if you guys like Ninjago, stay tuned, because there might be some other very exciting stuff coming in the very near future. So keep an eye out on the channel for that. Let me know if you guys have any theories, or if you noticed anything in the trailer or in this poster that I did not notice. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.